mingled with admiration caused by something beautiful, unexpected, unfamiliar, or inexplicable. Feel admiration and amazement to marvel in another. That's another thing that horse brought the people. Because in the wonder of what horse brought them, they were able to expand upon themselves. So it's teaching us in all of that grace to remember this in each other. To remember the wonder of having remarkable properties or abilities, and to have wonder in each other. To truly be able to appreciate who is standing before me. It's, where can I put my book? It's over there. They talked in it about the ability to appreciate the wisdom of walking in another person's shoes. And I have talked about that over and over and over again in many different ways. Doing a walkabout, jumping in someone's body, appreciating the you and me. It's all the same thing. The home of takwiyasa. I mean, takwiyasa means we are all related. We are all related means we are all related. No matter what. All the time. Forever. And horse is telling us to appreciate power and empowerment in a good way, and to appreciate the wonders of it with each other. To know that I'm going to want to lift her up every single time, and you and you and you, for all your wonder. That is what we are here to do with each other, to appreciate the wonder in each other. You know, again, Marianne Williamson talks about it in the Nelson Mandela's inaugural speech about who are you to dim your light so others won't feel less than you. Who are you to dim your wonder? And who am I to dim your wonder out of jealousy, fear, envy, any inadequacy feeling that may go on in that human being that would see someone's wonder and feel less within themselves instead of feeling more within themselves because their brother or sister that you can appreciate for their marvel and their mingled with beauty, unexpected and unfamiliar and inexplicable surprises. That's who your brothers and sisters are. That's what you're doing when you're showing wonder for them. You're saying, I'm totally in joy of all the things that are remarkable and inexplicable in you. All the things that I see that are happening in you that are just tickling my heart. When I'm in a place of love, there's never going to be a place ever that I would be jealous of your wonder, or I would try to squash you down and overpower you. Because that's what the wisdom of the North Horse was talking about. An imbalance of this medicine shield, and knowing that the wonder happens in this, and no one's pressing down on this. Sorry, I'm having a denture moment. No one's pressing down on this. This is lifting each other up. Feeling admiration and amazement. Do you marvel at each other? If you guys really marveled at each other silently, I'm not talking about compliments, because compliments can be groovy and they can be sincere, and then sometimes they can just be a knee-jerk reaction because we think we need to compliment people, and it's no harm, no foul. I'm not beating anybody up about it. I'm talking there's a part of us on autopilot sometimes with compliments, but I mean to sit there, to breathe, to think about a brother or sister and to marvel in their wonders. I'm telling you, if you sit there by yourself, because it's an inside job, right? This is not something that you're going to go give them. They're going to get it energetically. They're going to get it by a ripple. Remember the old, let your criticism and compliments pass through you like Chinese food. It's like it doesn't necessarily hold any merit. It's what I say inside. So when you really want to marvel in someone's wonder, when you do that by yourself, I promise you they're going to get it. I promise you they're going to get it. Let's say that again. I promise you they're going to get it. Because they sure do get it when you're thinking crappy thoughts about you, about that. And when you're being jealous of their wonder, and they're like, what? They feel it. It's like an energetic pull. You may not get it here. They might not be able to articulate it. They might not even have it clear enough to be able to go, oh, you. But it's separated for a moment. It's separated those molecules of love and inserted molecules of fear, however you want to look at it. Put a fog between you and the clarity of your brother and sister. There's a bazillion ways to say it, but when we can appreciate the wonder of who we are. Now, if I can have the next slide. Integrity. The quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, moral uprightness. That's something that we, okay, my integrity. But what about this next one? The state of being whole and undivided. Okay, that's a little bit different. That's a little bit different version of integrity because it takes that moral clause off of it, and it takes that good boy, good girl, bad boy, bad girl thing off of it, like when you're out of integrity, and it puts it into more of a scientific place of an integrity. When I was in the Navy, it's very important that every single space held watertight integrity. So when I shut that hatch, God forbid something happened in the world to our ship, it wasn't going to leak, and we would stay afloat instead of sinking. Watertight integrity. It's the same word. That integrity is meaning that it is the state of being whole and unified, the condition of being unified, internal consistency or lack of corruption. All these things kind of shift the definition of integrity for us and get us out of our head with that good, bad, right, wrong, failure, success, and more into that scientific place of, wow, I'm centered, I'm unified, I'm whole, I'm undivided. And so is my use of power, because I'm balanced in it, because I see the wonder of my brothers and sisters in it, so that when power happens in me, it only comes to lift up and never to press down. I never mean to beat up egos, because we are all our wonderful egos, but it's something that we all, in our humanness, trip up on all the time, innocently. And I'm not self-righteous or anything like that. It's not, I do it too. We all do it. It's us thing. But we just simply sometimes trip on our egos and don't realize the manipulative sentences that we say that take power, steal power, manipulate. And it's all out of fear. That's why I said innocently. No beating, no flogging. I've said this before. This is a no flogging zone. But this is a place for discovery. This is a place to be real with each other. Now the next slide. So, we have done empowering statements before in life, but never, well, perhaps, I'm going to say I've never done it like this, where I'm actually in honoring and asking people to truly empower the you that you choose to be. To look at these lines and burn them in your brain, because in a moment, we're going to do an exercise, we're going to be saying these to each other. But as husband and wife, we say vows to each other. What vows do we ever say to each other as a friend or as a community? To where we sit there and look in someone's eye and vow something. And that's what these lines are about for me today. And for those people at home in the moment when you're doing this exercise, I invite you to do this with your partner, with your friend, or in the mirror. But to look at these individually, I empower you to be who you are and whom you choose to be. Be the he that you or she that you are, and be the him or her that you choose to be. I empower myself to be who I am and whom I choose to be. And really, look, you're going to be looking in someone's eye, kind of like when we do the love line, and really saying these sentences to that brother or sister, and really empowering yourselves with this. The next one, I dedicate myself to see the wonder in you and the wonder in me. I'm missing a line. Where did my other line go? That's so funny. I just see it. Oh, I got it. Never mind. I forgot I changed something. I dedicate myself to see the wonder in you and the wonder in me. Just breathing those words in, because I want you to get them in your brain as much as you can, so when you say them to your brother or sister, you're not having to read up here, even though I'm going to go over with you. With my integrity, I make it so. With my integrity, I make it so. I'm breathing that in, of all the things that we just talked about with the definition of integrity. To breathe that in, to know that I am making a vow to you. I'm going to say to you that I'm empowering you to be who you choose to be, not who I choose you to be. Who you choose you to be, who you are already, and the things that you choose in your life to be. Because there's part of my personality that's just kind of Mark, and then there's things that I'm going to want to do on purpose. Both of them are me. I've got to let myself be that. You've got to let me be that. And I've got to let you be that. I want to honor the wonders that I see in you and truly vow to you that I'm going to honor your wonders. I'm going to lift you up in my world. I'm going to think about you in private and think about how awesome you are. And I'm going to make that promise to you to do that in my prayer when I'm thinking about you in a good way. Because I know that if I don't, I am disserving me. I am not honoring me either. So the more I think of every single one of my friends all the time and marvel in their wonder, I forgot we changed that, marvel in their wonder, man, I promise you, I swear to God, you're going to feel good. I mean, I'm not talking about your bank account or anything else in your life. You're going to feel good. That I will promise you. So what I'm going to invite us to do now is to 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, and 12, 14. Works with even numbers. You want to lead that part of the setup, and I'll lead the dialogue. Meaning, can you just line them up like you know how to line them up?
So you want to do a rough line?
Yeah, so that everybody, because I'm inviting us to say this with each other, so that you're empowering each other, but in the true sense of what empowerment is, that you're giving your brother and sister the power to be who they are and vowing to them that that's who you're going to be in relationship from now on with each other. So if I catch me trying to overpower you in my fear, we have to lovingly call each other out, man. And I'm telling you, it's hard for me too. It's hard for me to call people out when they're stepping on my toes. But remember that sentence, absence of malice, and know that they're not doing it on purpose, because look who it is. It's your brother and sister that you love. They're in this community on purpose because they're looking in. It doesn't mean they're not tripping on the chairs when walking by. It doesn't mean that we do the dance flawlessly. It means that we decided to dance together on purpose. So we can put lights on if you want. Ouch. Yes.
You can see each other's eyes better if you have lights on. Do we want to do
Yes. Yes, you can pivot the
do
camera.
you want to be here?
Yeah, you can pivot the camera if you want us to see the people. We'll see. 12. Yes, not even going to be as long as the love line because we're not staying in that long.
Okay, so we're going to make 2 lines facing each other. I'm going to be on one end. Just make 2 lines facing each other.
Okay, so as this goes, so now people that are live streaming, and I gotta get in a microphone so that it'll still be on the feed, is I'm gonna give you the lines to say, and there's only 4 of them, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. There was supposed to be 5, and I don't know what happened.
You're not hiding on the piano, mama.
Okay, the only directions really are is once we have this saying with each other, then I'm going to say to move 1 step left, the people on the end just go this way. I'm going to stay still. That way it's going to make everybody be with everybody.
Right.
You will skip a person, so
Freak out.
don't freak out.
And I'm gonna give you every line so you don't have to read. Okay, so first I invite everybody to take a nice deep breath and look into their eyes. Get all the giggly energy out of the way because it's natural for us to have that. And to just breathe and know that you're with yourself. You're with your God, your goddess, your brother, your sister. You're with yourself. And to simply look in your eyes and say, I empower you to be who you are and whom you choose to be.
I empower you to be who you are and who you choose to be.
I empower myself to be who I am and whom I choose to be.
I empower myself to be who I am and who I choose to be.
I dedicate myself to see the wonder in you and the wonder in me.
I dedicate myself to see the wonder in you and the wonder in me.
I vow
I vow
to never overpower
to never overpower
another human being.
another human being.
With my integrity, I make it so.
With my integrity, I make it so.
Now shift. and hug. They'll be hugging later.
No hugging? No hugging?
I mean, you may, but
Okay, shit. Everybody does that.
yeah, if you can shift, see if you can keep the continuity going without the hugging and talking and hug at the later, watch what happens. Okay? Marthy's like, yeah, she knows what I mean. So, looking at your brother and sisters, taking a nice deep breath. I empower you to be who you are and whom you choose to be.
I empower you to be who you are and who you choose to be.
I empower myself to be who I am and whom I choose to be.
I empower myself to be who I am and who I choose to be.
I dedicate myself to see the wonder in you and the wonder in me.
I dedicate myself to see the wonder in you and the wonder in me.
I vow
I vow
to never overpower another human being.
to never overpower another human being.
With my integrity, I make it so.
With my integrity, I make it so.
And shift. And then just look in your brother or sister's eyes. Take a deep breath. I empower you to be who you are and whom you choose to be.
I empower you to be who you are and who you choose to be.
I empower myself to be who I am and whom I choose to be.
I empower myself to be who I am and who I choose to be.
I dedicate myself to see the wonder in you and the wonder in me.
I dedicate myself to see the wonder in you and the wonder in me.
I vow
I vow
never to overpower another human being.
never to overpower another human being.
With my integrity, I make it so.
With my integrity, I make it so.
And shift. I empower you to be who you are and whom you choose to be.
I empower you to be who you are and who you choose to be.
I empower myself to be who I am and whom I choose to be.
I empower myself to be who I am and who I choose to be.
I dedicate myself to see the wonder in you and the wonder in me.
I dedicate myself to see the wonder in you and the wonder in me.
I vow
I vow
never to overpower another human being.
never to overpower another human being.
With my integrity, I make it so.
With my integrity, I make it so.
And shift. Nice deep breath. I empower you to be who you are and who you choose to be.
I empower you to be who you are and who you choose to be.
I empower myself to be who I am and who I choose to be.
I empower myself to be who I am and who I choose to be.
I dedicate myself to see the wonder in you and the wonder in me.
I dedicate myself to see the wonder in you and the wonder in me.
I vow
I vow
never to overpower another human being.
never to overpower another human being.
With my integrity, I make it so.
With my integrity, I make it so.
And shift. Nice deep breath. I empower you to be the who you are and whom you choose to be.
I empower you to be who you are and who you choose to be.
I empower myself to be who I am and who I choose to be.
I empower myself to be who I am and who I choose to be.
I dedicate myself to see the wonder in you and the wonder in me.
I dedicate myself to see the wonder in you and the wonder in me.
I vow
I vow
never to overpower another human being.
never to overpower another human being.
With my integrity, I make it so.
With my integrity, I make it so.
And shift. I empower you to be who you are and who you choose to be.
I empower you to be who you are and who you choose to be.
I empower myself to be who I am and whom I choose to be.
I empower myself to be who I am and who I choose to be.
I dedicate myself to see the wonder in you and the wonder in me.
I dedicate myself to see the wonder in you and the wonder in me.
I vow
I vow
never to overpower another human being.
never to overpower another human being.
With my integrity, I make it so.
With my integrity, I make it so.
And shift. I empower you to be who you are and whom you choose to be.
I empower you to be who you are and who you choose to be.
I empower myself to be who I am and whom I choose to be.
I empower myself to be who I am and who I choose to be.
I dedicate myself to see the wonder in you and the wonder in me.
I dedicate myself to see the wonder in you and the wonder in me.
I vow
I vow
to never overpower another human being.
to never overpower another human being.
With my integrity, I make it so.
With my integrity, I make it so.
Shift. I empower you to be who you are and whom you choose to be.
I empower you to be who you are and who you choose to be.
I empower myself to be who I am and who I choose to be.
I empower myself to be who I am and who I choose to be.
I dedicate myself to see the wonder in you and the wonder in me.
I dedicate myself to see the wonder in you and the wonder in me.
I vow
I vow
to never overpower another human being.
to never overpower another human being.
With my integrity, I make it so.
With my integrity, I make it so.
And shift. And breathe. I empower you to be who you are and whom you choose to be.
I empower you to be who you are and who you choose to be.
I empower myself to be who I am and whom I choose to be.
I empower myself to be who I am and who I choose to be.
I dedicate myself to see the wonder in you and the wonder in me.
I dedicate myself to see the wonder in you and the wonder in me.
I vow
I vow
to never overpower another human being.
to never overpower another human being.
With my integrity, I make it so.
With my integrity, I make it so.
Shift and breathe. I empower you to be who you are and whom you choose to be.
I empower you to be who you are and who you choose to be.
I empower myself to be who I am and whom I choose to be.
I empower myself to be who I am and who I choose to be.
I dedicate myself to see the wonder in you and the wonder in me.
I dedicate myself to see the wonder in you and the wonder in me.
I vow
I vow
to never overpower another human being.
to never overpower another human being.
With my integrity, I make it so.
With my integrity, I make it so.
I empower you to be who you are and who you choose to be.
I empower you to be who you are and who you choose to be.
I empower myself to be who I am and who I choose to be.
I empower myself to be who I am and who I choose to be.
I dedicate myself to see the wonder in you and the wonder in me.
I dedicate myself myself to see the wonder in you and the wonder in me.
I vow
I vow
to never overpower another human being.
to never overpower another human being.
With my integrity, I make it so.
With my integrity, I make it so.
And shift. I empower you to be who you are and whom you choose to be.
I empower you to be who you are and who you choose to be.
I empower myself to be who I am and who I choose to be.
I empower myself to be who I am and who I choose to be.
I dedicate myself to see the wonder in you and the wonder in me.
I dedicate myself to see the wonder in you and the wonder in me.
I vow
I vow
to never overpower another human being.
to never overpower another human being.
With my integrity, I make it so.
With my integrity, I make it so.
And shift. That was it. I thought so. Now you may hug. Now you may kiss. Now you may kiss the bride. And grooms
Allow
and
him to
stuff.
take it all his time.
Thank you, Mark.
My eyeballs just recently, a little bit of something in my eye there. It's nothing. It's all right.
So you guys like that?
Now I get it.
I rubbed it off on my shirt.
So have a seat and I'll close. You can flip to the next picture. Right off. It's ours to share, yes. Wonderful. So, yeah, it's just another happy horse picture or fun stuff. So, how was that? So that's what power is. That was power. Okay, negotiate the 3 world another time. That's power, man. Did anybody feel pressed down in that or lifted up? Yeah, man. Liberating. And it's all my heart wants in this world. And I bump up against the world, but this is the simplicity of Mark, is to see these moments of life and to know that you guys really just committed to each other in a different way, even though you've been friends and loved each other this whole time. That something shifted when we make an intention on purpose and a vow to each other. There's moments in life where we have to perhaps restrain things, but there's a difference between overpowering and restraining a moment of whatever. To help a kid that might hurt himself, you have to calm him down. It's still not overpowering, and to understand the difference. So as I move further on my journey in my path, every piece of medicine that I have, I'm sharing more and more. And this is simple, this humble medicine, and it's powerful at the same time. And this is main force there. So instead of trying to give you all an individual piece, I'm going to pass the bag around and just take a strand out, put it on your altar, put it in your medicine bag, put it in someplace safe where you keep whatever works for you, and know that it's kind of connected you to force, to power, to your own empowerment, and to today, to that vow you made with each other, because it's really a vow that we're making inside to never overpower the people within either, and to let them shine and come out and to bloom and to blossom and to be all the wonder that they could be. So I'm going to pass that around, and then as we do that, I'll say a whole talk to us, and then we'll get ready for our special music. So thank you, Metaphysical.